Konnichiwa. What's going on, everybody? My name is Jomel.
My name is Jarron Gaddis.
And we are the Wannabe Boo Podcast, bringing you the latest and greatest game and anime news, reviews, and waifus for lifu. Welcome to episode 77.
That's right, boys and girls. We are 100% positive that is episode 77. Not a moment before or episode after.
As you're saying that, I was checking, and yes, we are at 77 just to make sure.
A.
I just ran off of my fucking memory there. All right. Well, how are you, John? How was your week?
Pretty standard. Honestly, no, not pretty standard. I started I've been driving, but I've started driving.
Oh, you have a car now?
Well, I don't have a car yet.
Oh.
Still my mom's car. However, since they're gone for the next 2 weeks till the first, it's pretty much just me at home, and mom left her car, so I'm using that to get around.
Oh, okay, that's good. I mean, how's the car search going on in general?
I've got enough money to get something, so that's good. I'll be a more independent boyo soon.
All right, well, that's good. Definitely would love to have you out here so we can actually do some face-to-face live. Well, I won't say live, but at least face-to-face recordings.
That way, I can make it out with you in person, right?
Yeah, there you go. We can get that. We can get some good old-fashioned ASMR and get one of those hentai sound effects going on.
Oh, you're right. How about you, Joe? How have you been?
Oh, pretty good. I mean, work's been pretty standard. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, there hasn't much going on. I mean, it's just some relatively lingering post-con prep and getting ready for future cons coming up this fall though. But other than that, it's pretty good. Oh, actually no, I did guest on Steven's podcast, his latest episode. We did a little bit of a special episode apparently, according to him, because we talked about Midwest and all that and how that went down with both of us.
Fair enough.
So, but that was pretty fun. You guys should check it out. If Steven, if you're listening, hello. But in accordance to that, though, cons and all that stuff, we do have another special guest with us this week. They just keep rolling in on here, and we gotta support all our people from the community, right?
That's right. We are all here for all the weebs and weebettes and degenerates
and the wannabe-aboos as well,
and
right?
the wannabe-aboos. That's right. Remember.
All right. Well, I want to introduce you guys out there. She's a she's a longtime friend of Sweetie from when we had last week. A veteran cosplayer, might I add, and I've met her a couple of times. Really great person, very very fun, energetic. So let me formally introduce you guys. Give a nice wannabe welcome to Derpy. Insert applause.
Hello, everyone on the internet. This is Derpylovecosplay here, and I'm really happy to be part of this podcast today.
No, you're not. You shouldn't be happy to be here.
Why not? Of course I'm happy.
There's nothing but filth here.
Well, to be honest, let's be fair. I think that's the entire community at this point.
Yeah,
exactly. It's come to that point of what the heck is going on here?
Exactly. Well, it's kind of it's more like different levels of hell, except in this case, different levels of weeb, or
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, I don't know where I mean, I feel like wannabe will probably be in mid trash levels.
Mid trash, yeah.
Mid trash.
You're just not to the high level of trash, but just there.
Well, think about it this way. We've created our own tier in the I guess anime fan graph, I guess you would want to call it.
Like the sphere of the whole thing?
Like a pie chart.
Yeah, we created an extra slice in the pie chart. Doesn't that qualify us to be extra extra terrible just because we went as far as to make our own?
Well, it's kind of like making another country. For those who don't fit in other places, we are the last resort for you guys, I guess.
I suppose. People that are more than casual but not quite hardcore, I guess.
Exactly.
All right,
definitely.
Mm-hmm.
But before we go on here, make sure you guys also follow Derpy on all of her socials, which are
which are Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Yes, I am a TikToker as well.
Oh God, we gotta kick her off right now.
No. They are all under the same username at Derpylovecosplay, all one word, all lowercase.
All right. Make sure to check out all those, all that in the description down below, and anywhere else that whatever the podcasting app allows you to see all that info. But where else can they also hear? Not only find Derpy stuff, but also find this episode, Jarron, with our guest here.
Well, Jomel, I'm glad you asked. You can find us on Facebook or Twitter. Just search WANNABEABOO. That's Wannabeaboo on Facebook or Twitter. You can also listen to our beautiful voices and all of our past, current, and future wonderful guests on YouTube, iHeartRadio, Google Play, iPodcasts, whatever.
Oh, Apple Podcasts.
Apple Podcasts, Apple Poopanoop. What else are we? Stitcher app. Did I say Listen Notes? Google Play. All right. Yes. Yeah. Any other place that's picked up our podcast or RSS feed?
Just everywhere on the internet, basically.
Yeah. Just, you look. No matter where you look, well, just you'll find us.
Yeah, pretty much.
Open your trash can. There we are.
Well, that and everyone else's waifu as well. So
right. Exactly.
Well, hey. You leave her out of this.
Jarron, she's always part of this.
Look, you don't talk shit about my waifu. We'll
Who's
fight.
your waifu
We'll fight
again?
right here. I am happily betrothed. Oh God, why did I say that?
Betrothed.
At least say it properly.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've claimed my waifu. My waifu is Kotomi Ichinose from Clannad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was love at first sight, and I've never changed since then.
Yeah.
Cute.
Granted, we created a holy trinity to kind of get around that, but
I mean, that's formalities,
Right.
In the respected tier levels in that case.
Right.
See, mine, since you're talking about your waifu, my waifu, my betrothed waifu is Mashiro Shina from Sakura no Pet no Kanojo, going on 7 years strong.
Nice. If I can do my input on this.
Of course.
I have
waifu, whichever one.
Yes, I have two waifus from the same franchise but different shows, if you know what I mean. But I will explain. So my first waifu is Umi Sonota from Love Live, and then my second waifu is Yoshiko Tsushima from Love Live Sunshine.
God, another one.
Yes.
Another fucking one.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
No. You fucking Love Livers. Ugh.
I mean, yeah. I pretty much. I mean, Derby. I'm also a bit of a Love Liver. I mean, granted, just first season Love Live. I haven't gotten around to Sunshine yet, unfortunately.
It's good. It is good. I know there's a lot of copy and paste from the original, but they do add something new to it, and that's what I like about Sunshine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. To be honest, like, what is it? Love Live was like my first attempt at like idol anime, because I was already aware of like, what is it? Wake Up Girls and Idol Master and all that, but
yeah,
Love Live was like the one that kind of, I guess, hooked me in.
Love Live is probably the one and only idol anime I've ever gotten into.
Really?
I still need to get into like Idol Master and all those other things, but time has not been good with me recently, and I just haven't had the time to take a look at them yet.
Oh, yeah.
I will one day.
One day. I mean, some of them have their own different kind of style, because Love Live is more so on like, it's more fun, I guess you'd say, in terms of idol anime.
Definitely.
And then I hear Wake Up Girls is more on the serious side, and I think also Idol Master is also kind of on the more serious side, because it takes a deeper look in the character, more about the characters, their dreams, and more depth to their characters.
I get it.
And I mean, and while we're talking about the subject here, my bias, I guess, from Love Live happens to be Hanayo Koizumi. So
aww.
I gotta love my rice girl.
Rice girl.
I gotta love my rice girl. That's
so cute.
Exactly.
So that's been the Wannabe podcast. Thanks for joining us. We're gonna
care to join in, Jarron? Care to join in on this Love Live
traffic, because this is.
It's too much for you to handle.
It's too much cringe in this area right here.
I mean, Jordan, is it the Nico Nico Ni? Is that it?
Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. That's Sweetie's trigger word.
Oh, oh man.
Oh, Sweetie.
Yeah, remember?
Sweetie, Anthony, if you're watching this, Nico Nico Ni.
I think Jarron's. I can hear Jarron's aneurysm happening right now.
It's like getting bigger and bigger.
There it is. that just doing that cut off 10 years of his life right there.
I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark.
Oh no! Don't make me snap the finger.
Oh man.
But I mean, it's gonna have. I mean, it's sort of in the same lines of topic here, because I mean, for the most part. Oh, have you? Because we do want to talk about cosplay, and you being a veteran cosplayer as well.
Yes.
Have you mostly cosplayed Love Live characters, or have you cosplayed any other characters from different series and all that?
Well, I would say that the number one theme that I'm focusing on right now is Love Live, but I do branch out to other franchises. Like I've cosplayed from Ruby, My Hero Academia.
Hey.
Yes, Ruby. Yuri on Ice, Pokemon here and there. I've done a few Marvel characters, and just overall from a bunch of different movies and TV shows. Because when it comes to me and cosplaying, I don't like to stick specifically to anime. I like to branch out to other things that people may know and recognize.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, as far as my experience cosplaying goes, I mean, my first cosplay ever was a video game cosplay. That was like the Minecraft Villager. So I guess, I mean, well, my perspective on it was like I just want to cosplay something that I thought would be fun to do. I mean, I don't know if you have the similar kind of thought process whenever you're picking a cosplay or anything like that.
Well, when it comes to picking a character, I like to look at the media that it's coming from. Like, for example, I'm going to take as an example. This past C2E2, I did Shank from Wreck-It Ralph 2. And when I was watching, I first saw the... Yeah, it's really good. When I first saw, like, the trailer that revealed her character, I'm like, wow, this character is so badass. I love her look. I love her style. And then when I went to see the movie, when it came out, I'm just like, okay, I am so in love with this character. She's badass, but she's also has a good heart, kind of like me. And she also looks a lot like me. And Gal Gadot, the actress who played Wonder Woman, does the voice for her, and I'm just like, okay, that makes it even so much better. And I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna cosplay this character, and I did. And at the Disney photo shoot, people were really complimenting me. I'm just like, oh my goodness, this feels so awesome, and that's why I cosplay Shank. So it's basically a combination of how much I relate to the character plus how much I think I can pull it off.
Fair enough. Yeah. I mean, honestly feel like that's you feeling comfortable in the cosplay. First of all, is I guess the deciding factor in what you're going to wear. Because some people are fine with the how do I say it, like I guess more revealing characters, and others are more comfortable with like you want to sweat and wear the super duper heavy armor all day. Like sure, do what you got to do, fam. But like, if you're dedicated, that's the beautiful thing about it.
Yeah, like for the Shane cosplay, it's pretty much a tank top with like a sweater plus the leather jacket plus jeans and boots, and I'm just like, this is actually pretty comfortable. I'm actually shocked by this.
So do you like make your own, like make all your cosplay like sew it by hand, or like any kind of like fabric work and all that?
Oh, sorry. It's pretty much a combination of finding things around the house plus buying things online. Like for my Love Live cosplays, I buy them online because I am not that skillful in sewing yet.
Fair.
There's a lot of frills on those costumes, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But for the Shane cosplay, I had the jeans, I had the boots, I had the leather jacket, I had the tank top, and I had the hair and the accessories. The only thing I had to buy for that was the sweater. And so I thought, okay, now that I have most of the materials, I can just buy what I need and just go for it. So, and a pretty hard part of cosplaying is the budget. You do really have to budget yourself when it comes to doing your cosplays and stuff like that, which can be a challenge at times, but I somehow managed to do it and continue to do the cosplays that I want to do.
Mm-hmm. What do you try to like budget toward? I mean, well, you personally, in terms of budget, what do you try to like?
In terms of a budget, For a certain cosplay, I like to stick to under $100 at least. And
Right.
a good way that I do like to do that, if it's a cosplay that I have in mind that I know I don't have to resort to higher materials, a thrift shop. That is like a gold mine for cosplays because I remember a few years ago I was doing a cosplay. I forgot what the character was because it was so long ago. But I just kept. Oh wait, I do remember. It was for Scarlet Witch back in 2017 because I saw Age of Ultron and I loved Scarlet Witch. So I'm like, okay, I want to do it. So I was at the thrift store. I saw the dress. I saw the jacket. I put it on in the dressing room. Just like, okay, this is good. It cost me like $15 to get the dress and the jacket, and so all I had to buy like online was the wig and the socks, and that cost me like another $20. So pretty much that entire cosplay was like $30, and people still love that cosplay that I do. And then another example of like a higher end cosplay was my Happy Party Train Yoshiko was a little bit on the higher side. It was like about $85. So it really varies, but I try to stick to under $100 per cosplay.
And would you argue that? I mean, obviously, whatever your budget, whatever you can financially manage, would you would you say on average that's what most cosplayers do when they haven't made it their main like life goal to be a professional cosplayer?
I would say that $100 is a good goal for like a novice cosplayer like myself, because even though I have been cosplaying for 5 years, I'm still like learning a bunch of new things every day. And for example, if someone wants to do like armor build or something like that, it's probably going to cost them a bit more money in resources and supplies and stuff like that. And of course, if you're sewing your cosplays, you're going to have to invest in a sewing machine, which is probably like another like $100.
Yeah.
So, but I would say if someone is starting off in the world of cosplay and they don't know how to sew, it's totally okay to buy your cosplays. And I would say $100 would be a good budget. But of course, it varies for everyone, and there's skill levels.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's all you. So it's interesting because you bring up a good point too. Because like cosplaying, I mean, I guess you call it an art. The art of cosplaying is just being able to just portray a character that you happen to be fond of in like a real life setting. And it doesn't really matter whether you. I find that it doesn't matter if you make it or you buy it, but as long as you're having fun with whatever character you're trying to portray as.
Exactly. It's all about the fun. And there have been times where a few kids come up to me, like, because I cosplayed Happy from Fairy Tale back in 2017, and I pretty much did that with, like I said, a few materials from the thrift shop, a wig online, and some fabric paint, and it was made. And I was at Anime Midwest 2017, and that was like one of my first debuts as Happy. And I had like 5 kids come up to me and have pictures with me, and I'm just like having fun interacting as this cat character. I forgot what the technical term of it was. I haven't watched Fairy Tale in so long.
Was it like fuck, what was it? Celestial? No, were they Celestials? Exceed. There we go. Exceed.
Yeah, I remember now. But they didn't know who I was. I just looked like a cat. So just the fact of me looking like a cute little animal at this convention with a bunch of kids noticing me, it was just like so heartwarming knowing that I was having fun with all these kids.
I mean, that definitely has to be like a major part of it. Yes, again, wearing it is one thing and it feels great, but like getting recognized and having people want to take pictures has to slap you in the heart in that good way.
Yeah, which actually brings up a good point that happened to me recently. This past convention that I went to, there were a few people that were like coming up to me and they're like, "Excuse me, are you Derpylovecosplay?" And I'm just like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Oh my goodness, I love your cosplay so much. Just seeing your devotion to cosplay really inspires me," and stuff like that. And they wanted pictures with me. I'm just like, I have a following. Oh my goodness, I never thought that this would happen.
So, as someone that's actually popular, unlike us, how do you?
Well, no,
Do you...
well, we're popular to some degree. You know, we get some trash thrown at us here
To
now and
some
then, and
degree, yeah. I
yeah,
would
we're just
say
kind of
that.
we just get beaten up on the streets. You know, that's how
Yeah,
that different kind of popularity.
right.
Different.
But like, how do you manage the, I guess, social aspect of being a cosplayer when you're out and about?
Well, in terms of like in a convention, then I
Hmm.
just continue to cosplay whatever I want, and you will ask anyone this that they're like, "How many friends have you had? Do you make at convention?" I'm just like, I got a list here, and it goes to the floor and it rolls out. Because literally at conventions, I see friends, people that I know every second of the day throughout the whole week, and I'm just like, oh hi, you're over here. I'm gonna give you a hug, and then someone comes up to me and they're like, oh my goodness, it's you. I'm like, hi. And so I feel like a really great aspect of cosplaying is really all the friends you make. I've literally made so many friends in the cosplay community ever since I first started 5 years ago, and um, don't need to go into background, but back then I was really shy and I didn't have that many friends back then. I was constantly getting bullied for my interests and stuff like that. And now, having joined this community full of people that like the same things that I do, it's just like I have a family here and I feel really welcome, and it devotes me to keep going to do what I love.
Okay,
All right.
I mean, that's inspiring in of itself.
Right.
And
Honestly.
like,
Yeah.
what I guess what I would ask then was like, what would you like I guess advise, now beginner cosplayers trying to get into the cosplay community, or even just start cosplaying as a regular thing for them at cons. What would you recommend for them, especially if they're like, um, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people go to cons with friends and all that stuff, but on the
Hmm.
occasion that they're by themselves, and they also cosplay. How would you recommend? What would you advise to someone like that that is trying to cosplay as well as trying to make I guess trying to make friends in general, being by themselves sometimes at some cons.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I would say find an anime that you really like, and then find the one character that you see yourself cosplaying as. I would say do your research on that character, find out what they wear and stuff, and then find the materials or the cosplay online, and then um, in terms of at the convention, I would say get involved. There are plenty of opportunities to get involved at anime cons, whether it's going to photo shoot meetups, whether it's going to panels, whether it's going to like events at night like karaoke and the vendor's room and stuff like that. I would say just become involved, because I know I've made so many of my friends from the meetups that I go to and the panels that I attend at conventions.
Hmm.
So it's all about involvement and choosing a character to start off with.
Okay. So you heard it here. Well, your friends probably told you to, hey, go out and do stuff more. But you heard it here from a 5 year veteran.
5 year
You're
veteran.
5 year veteran. Yeah.
I mean, longer
Exactly.
than I have, at least. I mean, my cosplays are just relatively simple. I mean, I generally keep mine like simple in terms of material, like
Yeah,
duct tape and cardboard. I mean, the most I probably ever done was probably my Shield Hero one that involved fur and a cape, but
it
you
works.
know, yeah,
It works.
it definitely does work.
I think
Um,
the the one time I cosplayed, or maybe twice technically. The first time was my first, I guess, successful quote unquote ASIN. I went as a I guess Eldritch Warlock because I had a little like yarn Cthulhu mask and a wizard outfit, and I took my mom's staff, like walking staff.
oh yeah, 'cause
Well,
you didn't need to
yeah,
walk.
yeah, no, who needs to get around? And I had that one was pretty fun. And then at school we had a dress up thing, and I dressed up as Bosun from Sket Dance. It
Nice.
was a very easy cosplay. It was a red skull cap, some goggles, um, a button up white shirt, shorts, and sandals.
Mm.
Nice.
Now, I mean,
It was a good time.
I don't want to like bring it down to the conversation here, but I mean, unfortunately, this is also still a bit of a reality when it comes to our at least to the cosplay community in general.
Oh yeah.
But the what is it? I call it. I mean, I personally call it the elitism when it comes to
Oh yeah.
criticism when it comes to
Mhm.
criticizing cosplay.
Yeah.
I mean, with your experience, what can you say about that?
I would say when it comes to elitism, I would say that yes, there are going to be people out there that have a more, like, I would say, following. Like,
Mhm.
there are a bunch of other cosplayers out there that have like millions of followers, and it's just like, I would say don't compare yourself to other people, because that is what is going to bring them down. Is if you compare, like, say someone is cosplaying from the same anime and the same character as you are,
Mhm.
I would say don't compare them too much. I would say take a look at yours and think about what you did to make the cosplay unique. Even if it looks exactly the same, think about what you provided, whether it's doing the makeup differently or styling the wig differently. I would say focus on the positives, because there's always a positive to cosplaying a certain character that most people tend to do, whether it be from like Steven Universe or Attack on Titan or Naruto,
Mhm.
or anything really. I would say look at the positives and think about what you provided that made the cosplay unique to you and to
Okay.
others.
Mm-hmm. And I guess another thing to add on there is also I mean I personally find it a good opportunity to learn as well, because
Definitely.
sometimes I mean I've had people come up to me asking in my cosplay like, oh, how did I do this certain part, and then they learned about like how, you know, this different way of like, I guess, like creating like a certain piece of a cosplay. And sometimes I've
Yeah.
also asked other people like, oh, how did you do this, and I learned how to do like a certain part or a certain like set of a cosplay in a more simpler way than I ever originally thought of.
Yeah.
So it's always a good learning experience when you. I mean, it's not. It's like you said. Don't compare yourself negatively when it comes to other cosplayers, but also, I guess start create conversation and like talk about like, oh, how'd you make your cosplay, and then kind
Yeah.
of go in that direction. Like
Mhm.
learn off of each other, because it's not a
Oh,
competition, especially if you're out on
yeah.
the floor. You know.
I can't tell you how many times Anthony or Sweetie Toxic gave me advice on how to do my makeup, because I consider him a better makeup person than me when it comes to cosplay makeup and stuff like that. And I've taken so much of his advice and incorporated it into my stuff. And he's even helped me here and there with a few makeup time. I can't talk. A few
Mhm.
times where I had to provide makeup for a certain cosplay, whether it was him doing my face or me giving taking his advice and putting it into my own use.
Right.
It's kind of like we collaborate together and we create a final product that we're both satisfied with, whether I'm doing it or he's doing it.
Right. So, cause like, I mean, build just being able to build off of each other is um sharing techniques and stuff like that, and especially since he's, as you say, he's better with makeup. That way you learn. That way, it essentially just builds a better. Uh, you can. Is it building a better product? Is that the way you want to say it,
Building a
or
better product,
what is
I
it?
would
Building.
say it would be a great way to improve on something that's been
There you
created.
go.
Because,
Yeah.
um, like, for example, say someone does a Danganronpa character,
Right.
and let's say it's Junko, and the first time they do it, they think it's all right. But they can fast forward a few years later and they can always redo that cosplay, whether it's changing the wig, changing the outfit, or doing different makeup. It's another way to improve on a character that you've already done.
Hmm.
And that's a good example of taking things that you've learned and putting them into good use of like a long time later.
Right.
And overall too, like especially if someone, this also kind of goes out, you know, more of a PSA thing as well. I mean, I haven't personally seen anything like that or experienced anything myself too. I mean, generally everyone's always been very kind and pretty nice about when it comes to like cosplay talk.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just don't just you know, nothing should be taken too seriously.
Oh yeah.
Especially, you know, out in the floor going to like meetups and whatnot. And you know, we shouldn't. I mean, again, I haven't seen it, but on those rare occasions, just don't be dicks to each other when it comes to like cosplay. details or semantics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because I know, I mean, I guess there's a level of like criticism towards quote unquote
criticism.
Right.
Well, that and also like criticism of accuracy, quote unquote, of like the certain cosplay. Like I mean, I personally haven't experienced it any kind of like accuracy. How would you call it? Kind of like pointing out inaccuracies, quote unquote. But I know that's a thing in like whenever I see like online stuff sometimes, and I mean it's only happened online, unfortunately. But it's not something to be taken so seriously.
Unfortunately, you're always going to get those people that want to nitpick literally everything, especially when it's one of those things, because anime is widely loved among our community. So if you cosplay something someone practically formed a religion around, they were like, that hair follicle does not go there, actually. You're always going to get those kind of people.
God.
Like you're one shade off of the purple of like many different shades.
It's just like, seriously now? You're nitpicking one tiny little detail that nobody else is going to notice except for you?
But unfortunately, that's all it takes. People get so wrapped up in what
people get offensive over the most tiniest things nowadays. That's how far we've come as a species. Where we can get offended over anything.
So I like to call those the actuallys, because it's like actually that's supposed to be a different curve. I mean, again, I haven't ran into them in person. It's only been like online, my own online witnessing, but it's like Jarron. It's gonna be a thing, but as a verbal, I guess, or it's gonna be a visual communication kind of thing in general.
Luckily, I honestly feel like the chance of meeting those kind of people in, I guess, a regular setting is pretty slim, simply because they're keyboard warriors who's like, I can say whatever I want. They can't do shit to me until they're in face punching distance.
Pretty much. Especially also generally they'll also be in a posse, so you're not about to get jumped by like 15 Narutos or something.
Just imagine they're all fucking Naruto running at you, just fucking sprinting down the hallway. Oh my god.
And I mean, I don't want to bring down the mood again, but also like another. I mean, this is a good conversation here too, because we also got to keep in mind like, some we gotta keep in mind and call out certain bullshit that happens. I don't know if this is a real article. I never actually did look into it. It was it had something to do with body shaming, pretty much.
Oh yes.
The article headline was, what is it? Just because you can cosplay doesn't mean you should. I don't know. It was someone posted a screenshot of that article title somewhere, and I mean, I don't really need to read it to claim that that's a BS like headline in general.
Totally BS.
Because I mean, even like the image they use is like, it was like a guy cosplaying as Thanos. And it was sort of like a makeshift.
The other person, Gamora. I saw that on Facebook. I'm just like, really now? You're gonna bring this up here in this way? It was just like, why are you doing this? It's so not fair.
And it's also not. It's not. I mean, it's not really. It's not. It's not a fair. I guess statement to go about, because like it's like we were discussing earlier. Like there's different. We all have different skill levels and whatnot. And as long as we're all trying to like be the character we want to be, despite, and it's like what Sweetie said last podcast too. As long as you want to be the character, be the character. But in also regards to what you were saying, Derpy, everyone's got their own different skill level. As long as you're happy with what you're, putting together, just, wear it like you're the character and, strut your stuff when you're on the floor.
Exactly. Like, I've seen so many examples of, like, people of different body sizes cosplaying different characters that I've come to know and love because of my following at anime cons and comic cons too, and I'm just like, it doesn't matter what size you are in terms of your body and stuff, as long as you show your love for the character that you're cosplaying as, that's all that matters. And it's just like, we gotta stop being so like nitpicky about our body sizes. And I mean, don't get me wrong, it's like with me, I'm not like the skinniest person in the world, but I'm still like not shaming other people who are either skinnier than me or have more body than me. I still appreciate what they do and the devotion they have to it.
I mean, honestly, I just like even so just being able to, in my opinion, just being able to like fight against that whole, the bullshit that people will continuously spew against you. Like, I mean, honestly, those all of you, honestly, because again, I don't cosplay very much. Everyone that's able to, you know, fight against the naysayers are, pretty fucking powerful in my opinion. So if you're listening, we're one of the 7 people out there, and you happen to cosplay. Just know, Wannabe Boo's got your back for what it's worth.
And exactly. Love has got your back as well.
There you go.
There you go. And we always, we'll cosplay. I mean, I'll cosplay along with you as well as Derpy, and because we're all from the same family. We're all from the same shitty
we're
piece
all
of
one big
cloth.
Happy family here.
Right.
And imagine if we took a family photo of everyone in the cosplay community. It would take up the length of the entire world to put that picture in a picture frame.
We would own a state.
We would own an entire state of cosplays. I wouldn't mind that at all.
Everyone is just like in a different character in that whole damn state.
Oh, now that would be interesting.
Oh my god, a con state. Oh my god.
A con state, you right.
Just
and if you want to learn more about conventions and cosplay, you can go to Con State University.
Oh man,
yeah,
patent pending.
That would be really cool. I mean, I guess you can argue. What are those? I guess costume effect colleges are a thing. Like a specific anime one, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah,
like for theater and all that.
Yeah, there have been college courses out there meant for costume design and for special makeup effects. There have been classes out there for those things, and I'm just like, wow, we should have more of those.
Yeah, I mean, have a master class or something of just cosplay. Cosplay as a master class, or just cosplay as like a sub fashion course, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
Because you could honestly agree that, or you can argue that cosplay has become its own kind of fashion, fashion sub genre, I guess you'd say.
Yeah, definitely. I would so be on board with that.
Because it's just because I mean, in terms of cosplay, there's a lot of especially for when people either mash up cosplays like what Sweetie does, or
I should tell you another thing. I am also, because of him, I also have been doing a lot of fusion cosplays lately.
Oh, okay.
Recently, he and I did KDA from KDA from League of Legends meets My Hero Academia, and seeing his idea from Anime Central, I'm just like, I want to do that at Midwest, and so I did. I made it happen, and a lot of people were like, oh my goodness, I love your fusion and stuff like that. So he's also inspiring me to do a few fusions here and there too.
Look at that, Sweetie coming out here with the inspirations.
Oh yes, he is definitely inspiring me.
If I remember correctly, was it a Kirishima and Akali fusion from Asen? I can't remember.
Yes, his KDA Akali with Kirishima.
Okay.
And I also did KDA Akali with Zuyo Asui from My Hero Academia, because Zuyo is my frog waifu. I love her so much.
Hey girl, that's fucking right. She the best frog princess.
She is so great. I love her. I am so excited for season 4. It's coming up so soon.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it's coming out this fall.
Yeah, it's coming out in October, man.
Yeah,
can't wait.
My body is ready for that Lemillion. Ugh.
It's gonna be so good.
Good old Lemillion. Oh man, I should just spoil the whole thing right now, shouldn't I?
No, please don't.
I have the power.
Spoiler alert.
I have the power. Lemillion is millions.
Oh my.
Yeah, definitely. So what's your opinion on Cosplay Crunch?
Cosplay Crunch? Oh gosh, there have been a few, twice, where I've experienced Con Crunch, and I would say my advice on Con Crunch is don't overwork too hard. I know you want to get that cosplay done, but don't physically hurt yourself while doing so. Be sure to eat and stay hydrated. Get at least 6 hours of sleep, and remember to take care of yourself personally in terms of what's the word I'm looking for? Personal hygiene. That's also important.
Oh yes, that's number one.
Oh, definitely.
Oh yeah.
And the final thing is if you can't get the cosplay done in time for that specific convention, just don't do it. It's okay. You can always save up that cosplay or finish it for another convention. There's always a plan B if you can't finish the cosplay in time.
Or it can be like me and bring that unfinished cosplay to the hotel and start
finish it there.
Finish it there and spray paint that bitch on the balcony.
I know a lot of my friends that have been doing that. I'm just like, what? How?
I mean,
I could never do that.
I mean, I'm up at 2, 3 a.m. in the morning, smelling paint fumes and getting high off of that while I'm, getting in the zone with music in the background.
Yeah, I could never do that.
No, but I wouldn't say I would recommend getting yourself into that.
Yeah, that is not a good thing to do.
I feel like there should be a cutoff. Like maybe, I don't know, if you don't have your cosplay by day 0, you just kind of just put it on the side.
Yeah, and save it for another convention. I would say just put it aside, focus on what you have to finish on for next time, and then just think of a plan B, because there's always a plan B.
That is true, and you really don't want to waste precious con time to work on your cosplay. Because I mean, all right, it's one thing if you're literally only there to cosplay. That's one thing, but I kind of doubt you are. You're gonna want to go out and enjoy yourself. So allow that to happen.
Exactly.
And in accordance with that too, I gotta ask you too. Derpy, are you one of those? Are you a what is it? One a day kind of cosplayers? Like you have one per day, or you do? Because I know some when people post their lineup, some of them do AM PMs for one day, and then they have their AM and PMs for all 3 days or something.
Well, in the beginning, when I was first really devoting into cosplay, I would say back in 2016, 2017, I did have those AM PM things. But now that I'm more on a budget, I can only do certain things throughout the day. I am trying to stick to that one a day cosplay plan, but it all really depends on the convention. Like for example, probably let's take C2E2 for example, because I know that was my first time ever going to C2E2. I didn't know what to expect. I did one a day cosplay and that worked out perfectly, but I'm probably gonna say for my next big event, which will probably be DaishoCon in the Dells, I am probably gonna do that AM PM thing, because with DaishoCon, that's one of my favorite conventions that I love going to every year, because there's a lot of good photo shoot ops to do, a certain cosplay that you wanted to, not to mention the water park. The freaking water park is my favorite part. I plan to go all out with my water park cosplay this year, so I probably will do that AM PM thing. So it really depends on the convention that I am going to, in which I can switch off from AM PM to one a day. So it really depends.
Well, all right. Because I can't even imagine trying to juggle that though. I know we said that you should try to keep it away from, don't work on it during the con, but how do you find the time to juggle them?
Work in terms of working on cosplays?
Yeah.
So I would say the time I find working on cosplays is whenever I'm not working and stuff like that, because I have a job. I'm getting more hours recently, so that's really good, which means more money and stuff like that. And then I would say the time that I have whenever I'm not working or I'm not doing major things is the time where I think to myself, okay, what is my next cosplay going to be? How am I going to do it? And then once I figure that out, I then go into, okay, where am I going to get everything from? How am I going to do this and stuff like that? So it's pretty much whatever free time I have, I use for any cosplay research / finding materials that I need to do.
That is another question. So when you decide to do a new cosplay, how long does it typically take you to, I guess, how soon do you start planning for one?
So I'm gonna use this my next convention that I will be attending as an example. So my next event will be Anime Magic, which will be next month actually. So because I don't have a lot of time to find a new cosplay, I'm trying to find some old stuff. But if there is gonna be one new cosplay that I'm gonna try to do, Like, I do have this one idea for a new cosplay I want to do for Anime Magic, which is from Wreck-It Ralph to Casual Belle, when they're all in the princess, when it's all the princesses in their casual wear. I want to be Casual Belle. So, I think I literally thought of that like a few days ago. So I thought to myself, okay, I want to do this. So for the past few days, whenever I do have a few minutes in the day, I go online. I try to find materials, whether it'll be from AliExpress or Amazon. Amazon Prime is a great tool, by the way, as well. And then I think to myself, okay, how much is this all going to cost? When am I going to buy everything if I choose to go through with it? And if I do go through with it, that's great. And if I don't, I can just save it for next time. It's no big deal.
So then you say, so as you said in your example, since it's about 2 months away, a month away, sorry.
1 month away, yes.
1 month away. It's better to have at least 2 to 3 months to plan and get everything together versus trying to pull it all and just, I guess, binge it in 1 month.
Yeah, I would say that would be the best thing. And another thing that another factor goes into mind is if I'm ordering it off of AliExpress, because those cosplays usually come from China, they take about, like, from my previous history, they take about 2 to 3 months to deliver to me. And so I'm like, yeah, that's how China works.
Yeah, fair enough.
Exactly. So I thought to myself, okay, I know I want to do this cosplay for this certain convention. I think to myself, okay, when's the right time? Think 2 to 3 months. And then 2 to 3 months prior, I order it, and it usually comes in time. And I'm just like, okay, thank God. And if it doesn't come in, then it's just like, okay, let's think of a backup plan.
Right.
This is why it's always good to have a backup plan, because in case something doesn't work, because life's not perfect. We all make mistakes and stuff like that. So it's always good to have a plan B in mind.
Yeah, this is true. So before like a con, you'd say you think you'd say like good time frame would be like what, 3 months to, like, if you're starting off from scratch, like 3 to 4 months in terms of like enough, amount of good time to like work on it a little bit by bit.
Yeah, I would say that would be a good timestamp. But I do have online friends that start planning for like a bigger convention, like say KatsuCon, like a longer time in advance. I would say they start preparing it like 9 months in advance. I'm just like, whoa, okay. I think that's their reasoning behind it, because KatsuCon is like the big leagues. That's when everyone brings their bigger cosplay. So they want to do as much as they can to get the big stuff in and present it at KatsuCon. But for like the conventions I go to, then I would say, yeah, for me, about 3 to 4 months in advance, that's when I start planning everything.
Okay. Especially, and even more so if you're planning on ordering something from good old China.
Oh, yeah. Don't we love China?
Love it so much.
I mean, everything's made there at this point.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I mean, yeah.
I generally have some good luck with that. I mean, there has been some time. There was one time where I was trying to plan like a I guess a partner cosplay in a sense. Where my friend and I were trying to do male Rem and Ram, but we would actually be wearing the maid outfit and everything. But his never came in, which was so shitty. Like mine came in, but his didn't came in, and we had to have to like just scrap the plan. So I have like a maid outfit I can just kind of wear whenever I want to. So that's what I as a hobby of mine kind of wear.
You guys might do it again in the future?
I mean, I'd have to talk to him. I mean, I'm obviously ready for that whenever he wants to do it.
I could see you definitely doing that.
Now you said he never. Oh, sorry. Okay, I was gonna say. So you're saying it still hasn't come in? Like it just.
Yeah, it never came in. I mean, he got his refund, but he never came in, which is really shitty.
Oh, okay. I just thought of a good example of my AliExpress thing. So I just pulled up my AliExpress history for one of my orders. When I ordered Happy Party Train KyoAni for Anime Central, I know I was going to do that with my idol group. We decided that in January, so I'm like, okay. I ordered it in February, and it didn't get here until freaking March 22nd. I'm just like, whoa, this is taking way too long. But when I saw the update, I'm just like, okay, March 22nd. That's good. That's good. Because I was so scared that it wasn't going to come in. I'm just like, okay, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Because this was for my idol group that I'm a part of. We decided to do that Happy Party Train set for our live show. And I'm just like, okay. I was going into a little bit of a panic mode. I'm just like, what am I going to do if this doesn't work? What am I going to do? And so I started reaching out to people. And then luckily, when I came home from work today, I saw a box on my bed. And I'm just like, please let this be it. Open the box. Thank you, God. It came in time. And I'm just like, let the angels sing. My cosplay came. Thank God. And so you can understand the stress I was going through at the time.
Yeah, I can imagine. So, I mean, if you guys are ever ordering from AliExpress or anything from China or like international, try to like give yourself a good amount of time in terms of ordering it. Otherwise, you just be stressing out, or it might come in later after the con, which be worst case scenario in that case.
Just go to China and pick it up yourself.
That actually happened to Anthony one time. I'm gonna bring this story into him, so because he's told me this so many times. So at Con Delete 2016, he was supposed to be Juvia Loxer from Fairy Tale for a Fairy Tale panel, but the cosplay just would not come in. So he's like, okay, I got this robe I can just wear and strap on the wig and call it a day. And so the cosplay that he ordered came in the day after Con Delete. I'm just like, wow.
Fucking get wrecked.
That's some mighty fine timing right there.
Oh yes, definitely.
So a little bit of a sidetrack here. I'm kind of curious about that, about your idol group, because I mean, I was there. That was your group in Midwest, right? When I came that live show.
Here we go.
So, it's time for the real idol tea.
Time for the actual topic of our podcast, of this week's podcast you're on.
Oh, yeah, time to switch topics. Yay. Okay. So, for those of you who don't know, I am a member of Starrise Idols. Follow us on Instagram and YouTube and Facebook and Twitter.
Link down below.
Oh yeah, all the links down below. So I have been a part of that idol group ever since actually last year, since ASIN was our first like mini live, I guess you could say. Okay. So it's really grown a lot. Like we've lost members and we've gained members along the way. But our main focus is to just have fun with each other and with the people who come to see us perform, and to just show them what we're made of. And we want to shine in every way possible to show the world what we're made of when we come together as a group.
Okay.
That's pretty cool. I mean, you should have seen it, Jarron. I was out there. It was pretty cool. I did have a bit of a curious thing about, what is it? There was like a cheer squad.
Oh, yeah, the cheer squad. Okay, so like with the live shows, for the seiyus of Love Live, how they do the chants and stuff like that. That's pretty much what they were doing. It was a mini chant squad. I'm just like, it was nice at first, but then no need to be nitpicking, but it did get kind of annoying after a while. No need to be hateful on them. And it's just like, but it was all right. I mean, I do understand where they're coming from with the energy that they give. It kind of gives back to us to keep going with our live. And you should have seen it at ASIN. Like, we didn't have a panel room or anything like that. We just did one of the meetup areas in the convention center. And we had like 60 people show up with all the pen lights and stuff. So I'm like, holy crap, this is amazing. So even without a panel room, we can still like come together to pull off a good show and stuff like that for all these people.
Definitely. I mean, for the amount of time I stayed, it was lovely. I don't know. I was trying to put a love life. Yeah, I'm trying to put in a pun here.
But I'm sad.
I ever get it? This, I mean, as terms of as a bit of a fan, have you guys ever done snow halation or?
Oh,
ever...
we did for like, it was kind of like a filler. It was a filler because at Con Delete last year we had like 10 minutes left of the panel and we did our whole set list and they were like, and our leader was like, hey, is there a dance you guys want to see performed from us? And they were like, snow halation. And so there were 4 of us, that including me, that knew the dance, so we did it. And of course they did the orange crack when Honoka does her solo. I'm just like, yes, this is what I love to see.
Well, if you guys ever do that again, because I mean, Slow Halation's my favorite, at least my favorite one up until now from the original crew from way back
The OG.
when. Yeah.
But yeah, I would love to do Snow Halation again with the full 9 group, 9 members, with all 9 members of Star Rise. I would love to do that again.
And also a bit of another sidetrack. I don't know if you were in the concert for. Wait, you went to Ace in 2019, correct? Yeah.
Yeah, I did, but I know about the concert you're talking about with that idol. I did not go to it because they closed the doors. I'm just like, darn it, I got there too late. But I heard really good things about it.
Yeah, not just that, but like they actually played Snow Halation. They sang.
Sweet.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they probably know, like, you know, a lot of them know the songs, but that's one of the songs that all 4 of them sang together, and I was just freaking out the entire time.
Wow,
it was
so
amazing.
Cool.
So, a bit of a Love Live interlude for this. You were saying something, Jarron?
I was gonna say, so next time, Jomel, since you have experience in dance groups,
generally, yes.
Generally.
It's a K-pop, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, dancing is dancing.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Join in, cosplay with them.
I mean, do you already have a Hanayo?
Yes, we already have a Hanayo. We have all 9 members already.
Oh.
See, the thing is, Jarron, about Love Live, I don't think there's any male character within the universe.
I have. No, but the thing is, I find this really interesting. There are guys out there that do gender bend versions of the characters. Like I have seen, like, you know, the cyber outfits. I have seen guys out there that don't do it as a dress, but they do it as like a jacket and pants. I'm just like, that is really creative. I love that idea. And I have seen male cover groups, like male idol groups out there that take like the Love Life songs and put they make it into a lower key, so it sounds like it's guys singing it and not the girls. I'm just like, wow, that is so creative. I've never seen that before.
Looks like I'm gonna have to get creative in my own sense here. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm looking at some stuff right now.
The gender bend cyber Hanayo with the jacket and pants. I can see that in you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at some examples right here now. It looks really pretty cool too. Very neon-esque and bright.
Oh yes.
Definitely something. Well, there we go. I guess I got plans for next year.
Yay!
As a you know as a fellow fan of the series, because I think what is it? The one kind of trope thing for all the other idol series besides Love Live is that at least in like Idolmaster and in Wake Up Girls, the only quote unquote male character would be the producer. That's about it, and and they're sort of their own kind of meme within their universe and all that stuff.
Question: I don't know for sure because I know you know different idol anime are different. Is that one of the ones where the producer just doesn't have a face?
Is it like a giant P?
Or is that is that what they went with?
Well, yeah, it's either they have a face, but the more popular one is just a giant P as a head, and it's, you know, for producer.
Yeah, gotcha.
There's no set. Oh, there's only like maybe 2 set producer character designs, but they're from Idolmaster, and only because like they're popular because they have their own like character trait, or they have their own character traits as producers. Like one of them is the stone faced producer that kind of just like awkwardly just gives out business cards of the company to like potential idols, I guess.
They should have went the extra step. In Super Sonico, her manager wears a fucking luchador mask. There you go.
Wait, oh really?
Yep.
I haven't seen that series in a long time.
It's been a while.
I had a Love Life thought, but I can't for the life of me remember it.
It'll come back to you.
It'll definitely come back to me. Oh, and the one thing we were talking about, syllables. That's the word I was looking for. Syllables. This is a conversation we had before off air. You know, like syllable is the amount of I guess pronunciations it takes for a single word. Like Derpy has 2 syllables, Derpy,
right.
And then DLC is, you know, DLC. It's like syllables. Sorry, this is a bit of a inner meme within three of us that was off air.
Oh yeah. Okay, yep, it's coming back to me.
Yeah, that was the word I was looking for.
There you go. Yeah, you found it.
But now I can't remember the other actual important thought here, which was continuing on with the rest of the podcast. It had something to do with the gender bend. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, there are. I mean, even if you don't gender bend it and make it, I guess make it masculine. I mean, just wearing the dress. Fucking do what you got to do, fam.
Ask Sweetie Toxic. He knows everything about wearing dresses.
There you go.
Yeah, definitely. And when I tested in my maid outfit, I didn't realize how short that skirt was. Like, I thought my because I was wearing like boxers, and I'm like, damn, my boxers are longer than the skirt. Like, holy crap.
Yeah.
Well, why do you think you like the character so much, Jomel?
Oh, I mean, I would love my own ass too if I saw it. So
there you go.
But yeah, I mean, hell, I'll go with either the original or gender bend of Hanayo at this point. But I'm so lost of thought here, Jarron.
I'm always one for cosplay as you want. If you're a guy, or however you want to say it, guy that's originally, I don't. It's late. I don't have the mental dexterity.
A guy that wishes to cosplay as a girl.
There you go. Thank you. If you're a guy that wishes to cosplay as a girl, or vice versa, or anywhere in between, do what you want. Again, cosplay's for everyone. The nitpickers and the naysayers, those are the people that
they're
don't
just
matter.
Jealous.
Yeah, exactly. They're just jealous that you're fucking raw shit.
Yeah, exactly. They want your picture. That's what it is.
Exactly.
Right. And give them the picture.
I'm gonna quote Shia LaBeouf here. If you have a dream, you should just do it.
There you go. God, I miss that era of meme.
And now we got the crazy memes such as Area 51, which I still don't get it. I don't get the Area 51 memes. Am I the only one who doesn't get it?
No, it makes perfect sense. We're gonna storm Area 51.
But why? It's a federal base. You'll get killed.
Because we want to clap them alien cheeks.
But what if you don't believe in aliens?
You don't go to Area 51. You're a naysayer. You're not gonna clap any alien cheeks then.
I mean, this is the same kind of people that made a Facebook group. I think it was a Facebook group. I mean, this was the same kind of people that made a group to agree to shoot at the hurricane some years back.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that one. I was like, what?
That's awesome. I forgot about that.
And then it came back into your memory, like, boom.
See, what happened is because since the winds since you don't normally shoot at a hurricane, that bullet goes back and it killed everyone else that did that.
Yeah,
that's why we don't hear about it.
It was just like pew, like that.
Yeah, it's true. But no, the Area 51 meme is fucking. It's definitely one of my favorite in this time.
Maybe one of these days I'll get it. Maybe that fork will click, and I'm just like, oh, now I see why it's funny. But I just don't see what's funny about it. I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, in retrospect, it's sort of. I mean, it's funny in retrospect because I ran into it like back when it was like 1,000 members. I was like, oh, this is kind of funny. And then a month later, I'm like, holy shit, they're making an army.
Now they're over a million.
Growing.
Honestly, it's like what is it? It's like I have an army. We have aliens. That
works. It works.
Definitely. I mean, they storm it. We'll definitely get our Catgirls and our Evangelion robot suits now.
There you go.
So.
Well, I don't know if we want Catgirls. Remember what we saw. Fucking did either of you see the Cats?
My boyfriend
trailer.
To me, I'm just like, what? They're making a movie out of a Broadway musical. I looked at it. I'm just like, what the hell am I watching right now?
Exactly. It looks like fucking nightmare fuel.
It looks like a weird animal-human hybrid has finally happened, and I'm just like, no, why can't we just go back to the original Broadway musical where it was just humans in cat costumes. Why did they have to include the CGI weirdness into it?
This wasn't the cat girls I signed up for.
No,
that's why I'm worried now.
I'd rather use that money to actually see the musical on Broadway.
You know, funny enough, I do remember that musical way back when. I do prefer that costume design, or was it that costume set? That was definitely much more. I don't know. It had its own charm back in the day.
Oh yeah, definitely. And it's just like, I feel like what they're gonna do with it is because that trailer has so many dislikes. Let me look. It has 174K dislikes compared to 74K likes.
Oh,
I feel like they're gonna take the Sonic route and redesign the characters completely. I'm praying to God that happens.
I don't know this because it's a little different. Like if the character is completely CGI, that's one thing. But since the people acted it, it might be a little different.
Yeah.
You know
I don't
what
know,
I mean?
Jarron. I think I rather prefer Mike Myers' Cat in the Hat rather than whatever cats.
Oh God! Don't remind me of those weird old days.
Hey, at least they tried. They actually tried, and this is like this. I think for the most part it wasn't CGI.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't
Mike Myers in a costume for the whole time. And I'm just like, what?
It was weird, but it was like it worked once you got used to it. This looks like.
It's just like, why?
I don't even think the furry community will like that. I think that's how bad it is.
I can see it now. All the furry Facebook pages are posting the trailer on the feed, and then there's like a million hate comments.
Right.
Look at that. When you have the furry community on on your bad side, that's when you fucked up.
Yep. That's when you done goofed.
See, this is why you need real furries in Hollywood. Actually,
hold on now. Now hold on.
Hey, if you want a proper cat movie interpretation, we need some real furries out there that live and breathe fur, Jarron.
Christ.
I mean, how else are we gonna get a perfect rendition of Cats the musical on the big screen?
We leave it where it was.
Then we get Mike Myers. Then have him in his Cat in the Hat outfit back, and then he'll fucking lead the whole thing again.
It's just like, after watching this trailer, I think we owe Sonic an apology for being so bad.
Like, it wasn't that bad. Come back. We're sorry.
He's like, look at this. Look at this.
Like Sonic was the worst CGI rendition of a hedgehog. Cats, hold my beer, and there we go.
Oh my God.
Now if it doesn't get redone.
It won't.
Then I won't go see it. It's simple. I just won't go see the movie because I just no.
I mean, I kind of want to say it ironically, but at the same time, I don't want to give them money.
No.
So...
Because the trailer at the end, it's like, this Christmas you will believe that this movie will actually be good.
Yeah. Okay. I bet literally everything outside of the designs is probably gonna be great. Singing, dancing.
Like, I was hearing the music in the trailer. I'm just like, okay, this is not that bad. And then
close your eyes.
It's just like,
exactly.
It's just like, just close your eyes and it'll all go away.
Yeah.
You know, maybe this is a perfect movie. Maybe this is a perfect movie for the blind. You know.
Yeah.
For somebody for them to attend and listen to without having to horrendously look at the CG. Otherwise, if you went, then we'd actually go blind at that point. So.
Yeah.
I just don't know how does that get past production? I don't understand.
Because you don't have a real furry on production. That's why, Jarron.
You just need someone with common sense to be like, all right, that looks like trash. Start over.
I mean, if they can do this to Cats, because I know that my favorite musical of all time is Wicked. Like,
yes.
I heard they bought the movie rights to that. I'm just like, if they screw this up, I swear to God, I will give up faith in humanity.
Bum, bum,
bum. The flying monkeys are going to be poorly CGI'd Mike Myers. That's gonna happen. That's what's going to happen.
Oh God, that better not happen, or I swear. Because like The Wizard of Oz is like my all-time favorite movie, and like I saw Wicked like 5 times when it was in Chicago, and I loved all the performances. And I'm just like, when I heard the news that the film rights were bought, I'm just like, they better not F it up. They better not F it up.
Yeah, honestly. Because, I mean, yeah, Wicked was one of my favorite, like, musical. It's a musical, isn't it? technically.
Yeah.
That was my favorite way. I saw it way back in 7th grade, and I was just entranced by the entire performance. It was amazing. Now, if I were to see it again in like a theaters years later as an adult, I'd rather not have my childhood crushed and my dreams at the same time crushed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's what happened when the Sonic trailer came out. Like, we were having really good expectations, and then it happened, and it's just like, why was this allowed to happen?
I mean, I feel like that was like a slow burning fire because I remember when they first like started, bring out sneak peeks, like when they first showed like his legs and shit.
Yeah, we saw they were referring like, I don't know about this one, Chief.
Yeah.
there was already some skepticism, but when the full trailer came out, fire everywhere. It just burned completely.
And now we want it back.
It was so bad that I felt like it was so bad that I felt like the only good part was I think I actually liked Jim Carrey as Dr. Eggman. I feel he's gonna be good as Dr. Eggman.
Mm-hmm. That's probably the only thing good that in the current with that current trailer from that initial release.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, we have been going on here for a bit, guys.
Yeah.
We're about an hour in. It's late. We're recording this like at 11
11:15 p.m.
Yeah.
Well, shockingly, I don't mind because I don't have to work until 5 o'clock tomorrow. So that's good.
There we go. Well, we've been working on this for a little bit, guys.
Yeah.
Before we go, Derpy, are there? What are your future? What are your next cosplays you're working on for the next couple of cons? I don't know if you talked about this already.
Well,
or what do you have lined up?
Like I mentioned before, my next convention will be at Anime Magic in Schaumburg. The only confirmed cosplay that I know of I will be bringing back Monica from Doki Doki Literature Club to help Sweetie with a body paint panel that he's going to be doing.
There we go.
Okay.
And everything else will be TBA.
Well, there we go, guys.
Is it TBA because you know what it is, or TBA because you don't know?
TBA is to be announced.
No, I mean, is it to be announced because?
Because I'm still figuring things out. I don't know what I'm doing yet.
Fair enough.
All right. Well, if you guys are gonna be in the area, in Schaumburg, check her out. Check out Sweetie as well, because I remember he was talking about his panel. Last podcast, and show some love for everyone in the community. And before we go here, just like and as much love that we show each other within the community as well, make sure to show some love to KyoAni. I mean, I have to say this.
Oh yeah, we did have
I don't want to like say it outright at the beginning. I don't want to bring down the podcast, but if you guys haven't heard, there was a massive fire at Kyoto Animation Studios.
Yeah.
The past couple of days, everything has been sort of settled. The death toll was quite a large. 33 confirmed, and 35 something that were injured or hospitalized. I mean, our hearts go out to all the families affected by the fire, and definitely, and also to the studio. That was also confirmed by the CEO that a lot of pretty much all their material, both physical and digital, was affected by the fire and have pretty much been destroyed. I know Sentai Filmworks and there's a bunch of people. There's a bunch of other big names trying to help out KyoAni, since they're one of the most respected studios out there in the industry. One of the few that doesn't overwork their employees. They pay them a reasonable salary, as well as they bring out some of the most memorable and beautiful works of art as of like the past few generations.
They sure fucking do. Did you see Violet Evergarden? Fucking shove that entire show right up my ass. That's how fucking good it is.
But if you guys want to show some love, I'll be posting a lot of those support links for you guys to if you want to donate or support them in any other way, as long as that we all care and we all care for each other. Because I know a lot of it, as far as my information goes, unofficial. A lot of the attack was an arson attack, and a lot of it was driven by some sort of hate. I don't want to go into details because I don't want to give any more credit to the arson as need be. But goes to show that not only did Japan as unified as well, like the community was unified as well, but a lot of our community from the West has like started jumping on top of it and trying to like show a lot of support, emotional support for everyone affected out there. So, I mean,
definitely,
we just gotta love each other and support each other, guys. All right, in good times and in bad. Let's be there for each other and let's be there for KyoAni senpai. In that case,
that's right.
For sure.
But as always, we've been going on for a little bit. We are currently right now, John. We're close to our 2K total download mark. Pretty close, if I remember correctly. I think we're at 19 something, 1969.
Hey. Do we have to do another hentai podcast?
Maybe for the next one. I don't know. We always gotta do like one every 10 or something.
You right.
Yeah, we're at 1969 total downloads, guys. Let's get to that 2K. I already got my idea in terms of what we're gonna celebrate the 2K download, but as always, guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for downloading and supporting us, guys. We can't be doing this without you guys.
Definitely can.
Thank you again, Derpy, for being a part of this humble podcast.
Anytime, guys. Anytime. I was happy to be here.
And as always, my name is Jomel Socorro.
My name is Jarron Gaddis.
And my name is Derpy.
And we are the Wannabe Boo Podcast, bringing you the latest and greatest game and anime news, reviews, and waifus for life.
Thanks for listening, guys, and we'll talk to you next time. Matane.
And this is Derpy Love saying peace, love, and happiness.